you firstly have to believe that you belong in these rooms. Think every other room that you're in, every other network of individuals that you have, every other place that you feel comfortable being in a certain room. Why do you feel comfortable in those rooms? Why do you feel comfortable around the people that you're comfortable around? Why do you feel comfortable having certain conversations with certain people that you regularly have conversations with? The reason is that you believe that you're supposed to be talking to this person. You believe that you're supposed to be in that room. You believe that you're supposed to be having a conversation with this person. So first of all, you have to believe that you belong in these rooms with these high value, very successful, high network people.
Yo, what up? Right now I'm out ATVing in the rainforest with a group of high-level entrepreneurs. I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur. My mentor, Nehemiah Davis, 8-figure entrepreneur.
Listen to me, y'all. And I don't even want to put him in a box. I know you teach 99 ways how to get into real estate, how to use OPM, but this man is going to teach y'all just entrepreneurship, period. How to get in the game, stay in the game, and get that 6 and 7 figures, man. This man constantly investing in himself, putting himself in rooms. This is why he's on that next level. This is why he's been making this type of impact for so many years. But now that man coming out and helping y'all do it. So when Blake said, yo, I'm about to go crazy, I said, I'm looking at it. So listen, if y'all interested, getting your money right, getting your time back, and being able to scale and grow your businesses, AstenCeo, Blake, I'm telling y'all, don't look nowhere else. When you told me the 99 ways, though, peep this. I never heard nobody say 99 ways.
Right.
I heard about 1,
you heard a couple.
2, 3, 4, 5 max. 99? Yeah, okay. Y'all
crazy,
tripping if
y'all.
don't. But hey, I really don't. 99 ways? It's impossible to fail.
Most important thing y'all can do is get in the room.
Welcome to another episode of It's Crowded at the Top. I'm your host, AstenCeo. And today's going to be a solo episode. I don't have the voice of God on the other end. Just here by myself today. And today's just going to be a straight episode of just straight game. Straight game. So this past weekend, I held a masterclass covering how to fire your job, right? And I had a Q&A session at the end of the masterclass. And a gentleman in the masterclass, he asked me advice on how to network with high-value individuals. Network, he wants to know how to get in the room. Y'all hear me say time and time again, one of the most important things you can do on your entrepreneurial journey, or whatever type of journey it is that you're on, is get in the right room. I emphasize that. Getting in the right rooms, being in the right people, it will change your life. So that's all that I'm going to talk about today. This episode is just going to be on how to properly network with high value people that you want to be around, people that you want to be your mentors, and how to properly operate when you get in these rooms. Now, first of all, it starts with a belief system. Everything starts with a belief system in your mindset. So you firstly have to believe that you belong in these rooms. Think every other room that you're in, every other network of individuals that you have, every other place that you feel comfortable being in a certain room. Why do you feel comfortable in those rooms? Why do you feel comfortable around the people that you're comfortable around? Why do you feel comfortable having certain conversations with certain people that you regularly have conversations with? The reason is that you believe that you're supposed to be talking to this person. You believe that you're supposed to be in that room. You believe that you're supposed to be having a conversation with this person. So first of all, you have to believe that you belong in these rooms with these high value, very successful, high network people. Now, if you don't believe that you belong in those rooms, why don't you believe that you belong in these certain rooms with these people? It's because you don't have confidence that you are a similar person as these people. So step number 2, you got to accomplish something. It's way easier to talk to a successful person and have a conversation with them when you yourself are successful at something. What do you bring to the table? If you're in the room, what value are you going to bring to the room if you haven't accomplished anything? So you got to go do some stuff. You got to go accomplish some things. You got to go check off some of your goals. So you have something to talk about yourself. Now, these goals, it doesn't have to be some huge astronomical bucket list goal, but you have to have achieved something. Say me, for example, I started, as a lot of you may or may not know, my first business that I found success in was in real estate. I was doing a strategy called wholesaling real estate, where you technically flip houses without using any of your own cash or credit. It was hard for me to network and meet certain individuals that was in the business until I actually was doing the work myself. Until I actually started to gain some traction and gain some momentum and start closing deals on my own. So then I started to meet people off of the business that I was doing. I'm like, oh, I'm having trouble meeting real estate investors. I wasn't having trouble meeting real estate investors once I had deals available for the real estate investors to purchase. It's way easier to have that connection and meet that person and build a relationship with that person when I actually have something of value versus not doing anything. What am I going to talk to this person about? Hey, Blake, what is it that you do? Oh, I'm just trying to, no, I got this deal available. I have this deal available right now. You can get it for $140,000. It needs $30,000 worth of work. You'll be all in at $170,000. It's sell for $215 easy in about 30 days. Oh, cool. Relationship, equal value proposition. I have something to offer to this person versus I haven't accomplished anything. Now, these things that you accomplish, it doesn't take crazy results in order for you to have been a success at something, to where you can speak from a certain authority about something. Now, let's say that you are let's say that you have an ebook, for example, and say that you've sold 200 ebooks. Let's say that you have an ebook teaching about how you can, what's a random topic? Let's say that you have an ebook teaching how to get into the rental car space. So you have an ebook teaching how you can start your own rental car company and get started with a Turo and stuff like that. If you sell 200 copies of your ebooks, which is a very easy task to do, and emphasis on easy, that's not anything that's difficult to do, sell 200 copies of an ebook. You can now say that you have educated hundreds of people on how to get into the car rental industry. You can't say that you've educated hundreds if you sold 199, but as soon as you sold 200, you can stamp yourself with authority. You can put in your bio. You can put in your bio on social media. Have educated hundreds on how to get started into the rental car industry. So now if somebody asks you what is it that you happen to do, you can just say, hey, I've helped hundreds of people get started in the rental car industry. I've helped hundreds of people get education on how to get started in the rental car industry. And that's a fact. Only takes 200, very simple task to do, but you have to have some type of success yourself to where you can speak from a certain authority about what it is that you do. Now, these successes that you have, it doesn't have to also be anything about, it doesn't have to be money related. let's say that you are on a fitness journey, and let's say that you've lost 50 pounds. That's a success that you can speak from a state of authority, because a lot of individuals struggle with their weight. A lot of individuals struggle with their health. A lot of individuals struggle with their fitness. So somebody, you're in a room networking, you can just talk about your weight loss journey. I'm telling you, I promise you, that is going to spark a conversation with somebody. Yeah, man, I just recently lost 50 pounds, put together this program helping other people teaching other people how they can do the same. Wow, you lost 50 pounds? And how long did it take you to lose the 50 pounds? Oh, it only took me 3 months. What? You lost 50 pounds in 3 months? That's going to start a back and forth. You hold value in that conversation. You hold what's called social currency in that moment. Social currency, I pick up the book called Contagious by Jonah Berger. Talks about social currency and stuff in that book. That's the first time that I've ever heard those two words put together. Contagious by Jonah Berger. I heard of the book from Nipsey Hussle. Shout out to Nip. Rest in peace to the God. But you have to have accomplished something yourself. What value are you going to hold in this room? What can you talk about in this room? Also, stop going to free networking events. You're not going to meet the quality of person that you want to meet and that you want to network with at a free networking event. You will never catch me at a free networking event. Only time that I may possibly be there is if I'm supporting a friend of mine who's hosting the networking event and I come just to show face or whatnot. The individuals that you want to meet, they're not going to free networking events. I'm telling you right now, if you've been to a free networking event, and if I'm lying, call me out in the comments. Say this is untrue. I have a very different story from the free networking event that I went to. Call me out. Feel free. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. Call me out on it. But this is typically how it goes. If you go to a free networking event, chances are you really don't know what it is that you're doing yet in the field that you're going to the networking event about. You haven't done any business for yourself, most likely. Most likely you're clueless, you don't know what to do, and you're going to the free networking event to learn and to meet some people that you can learn from and meet some people that know what they're doing. Guess what? Everybody else that goes to that free networking event, outside of if they're hosting it or if they have some type of vendor booth set up trying to get some type of business there from the people that attend the networking event, or if they're a sponsor outside of that, or like I said, the only time that I'll be there is because I know the person hosting it and just coming to show support. You have a handful of those people there. Majority of the people at the free networking event are just like you that don't know what it is that you're doing. So what sense does it make to go network if you don't know what it is that you're doing? What point is it to go network with a bunch of other people that don't know what they're doing just like you? And then even though you may have some individuals sprinkled in there that you truly, genuinely need to network with and have conversations with, those people can sniff out the people that don't know what they're talking about, because as I said in step number 2, you haven't had any successes at anything. They're just talking to the people that they either already know before they got there and huddled up with the people that they already know. And then they're not talking to you because you come up, you try to start a conversation, you have nothing to talk about because you haven't achieved anything yourself, or you can't speak from a certain authority on a particular topic yourself. And then these new people, they may print out some business cards or something like that, and then they just go around aimlessly handing business cards to people without ever truly establishing any connection, And then those people that they hand the business cards to, they smile. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, they might put it in their pocket while you're right there, ball it up. But I'm telling you that everybody's throwing all those business cards away. And then you, as a new person, to make yourself feel more comfortable, um, all the new people that don't know what it is that they're talking about, bond together, hang out around each other, and just talk about how they're just all trying to figure everything out for the entire evening. You exchange contacts with each other, and then you leave that networking event feeling good about yourself that you've established some connections. But what are your connections worth? You really didn't connect with anybody. You just talked to a bunch of people that don't know anything about what it is that you're trying to do either. Stop going to free networking events. If you're going to go to a networking event, go to a paid networking event. Why? There's a difference in somebody that paid for some information. There's a difference from somebody that paid to be somewhere versus somebody that just went somewhere for free. I guarantee you all those people from the free networking events are not at the paid networking events. Why? Because they have to invest something. They have to spend their dollar on that. They have to spend their money on that. The heart is attached to the pocketbook. People, they say that they care about this and they care about that and they want to achieve this and they want to achieve that. I say, all right, show me your bank account. We'll see what you truly care about. Humans spend their money on what they care about. That's why the free networking events you'll see people for years going to the same free networking events. About 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, one of my friends and mentors, he had a networking event. It was free. But this particular networking event, it wasn't just it was an invite only. You had to have an invite to come. Anybody couldn't just pull up. I went for one to support him and because I really respect this guy. And if he tells me to pull up, I'm pulling up. So for one, that's why I went for two. The event was held at one of his mentors' house, a gentleman, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he owns like 9 or 10 or 11 McDonald's or something like that. Like, I wanted to go and see what this man has to say and talk to this guy and see if I can get any game from him. And the event was held at the guy who owns the McDonald's. It was held at his house, at his mansion. I wanted to go see. I'm a visual person. I got to see certain things to know that it's achievable. Like a black man that looks just like me owns around a dozen McDonald's, has this big mansion. It's all kinds of. He had like 2 Rolls Royces outside. G-Wagon, like all that stuff. I just need to see it. Right? Went for that reason. And I had seen people that I hadn't seen in years at the event. Somebody must have invited them. Like I said, it was invite only. But then I'm talking to some people that also know these individuals. And I'm like, dang, I ain't seen Buddy in years. They were like, yeah, we haven't either. They come up, talk to me, we catching up. They're talking about the same exact things and asking me the same exact questions as they were asking me 3-4 years ago when I last seen them at like networking events and stuff. When I go to the events that cost money, I don't see them because I still go to events. They're like, yeah, Blake, I haven't seen you in so long. I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen you either, but I've seen him, and I've seen her. Because we're not doing the same things. They're asking me the same exact questions that they were asking me 3-4 years ago, which is showing that they're on the same exact level as they were on 3 or 4 years ago. And they're telling me about these events that they had not seen me at over these years. Like, did you go to this? Nah, I didn't go to that. Did you go to this? Nah, I didn't go to that. I didn't even know these events had happened. Asked a couple of my homies what are these events they talking about that I haven't been to that's like, oh yeah, it's that free shit? Because they don't go to them either. Like, what's the point? It's not of any value to them because it's just these type of people there. Also, when you go to a paid event, it's a different level of conversation, a different type of person that you're meeting because everybody else that you're talking to paid their money to be there. So you already know that they're serious about their goals. They're serious about their dreams. They're serious about what it is that they're doing. Last conference that I went to, the cost was $2,500, I believe so. One of my mentors, he had an event cost $2,500 to be there. Few hundred people there, but you know every single person that is at that event paid $2,500 to be there. That's a more valuable networking event to go to than a free one. Now, that event was at no cost to me. Well, it actually was at a cost to me because I paid $55,000 in order to be in this particular mastermind. So we had 2 days of private. We had 2 days of private sessions with our mastermind group before the conference went, and then it was 2 days of the conference. So I think we had our private mastermind days, which everybody in this mastermind paid at least $55,000 to be in, which is also a different group of people to network with because, okay, if you have $55,000 to invest in a mastermind, you've achieved some level of success in whatever it is that you do. And they know that each and every other person has achieved some level of success if you're willing to pay $55,000 to be in a mastermind, which actually, when you think about it and the value of it, it's not much money. It's actually cheap. It's just it's all on how you perceive it. Successful people, they don't look at the cost of things, they look at the value of things. That's the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people, or rich people and poor people. It's not a monetary thing, it's a mindset thing. Successful and rich people, they see the value of everything. Unsuccessful and poor people, they see the cost of everything. A poor person knows the cost of everything but the value of nothing. So, but that event, you know, everybody in that particular event, everybody at that conference paid $2,500, paid $2,500 to be there. That's an event that you want to be at. Stop going to the free networking events. Also, when you are networking, it's just human nature. People like to talk about themselves. I hate when people love to talk about themselves. Try to do your best to keep the conversation on them and let them talk. They'll feel better about the conversation because they got to talk about themselves the whole time. Versus you just spitting out all this stuff that you've done and all your accomplishments, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing whatever. That's how I've been able to have a lot of valuable connections. Like, yeah, we talk about some stuff that I'm doing, but I'm always constantly coming from a perspective and the side of letting them talk about what they do, let them talk about their wins, let them talk about their successes. And I listen intently. And I have what's called active hearing. You can see that I'm really into the conversation. I'm looking people in their eyes. They say something, I'm nodding my head. Yeah. I'm not kicked back. I'm not kicked back just chilling. Like they can tell that I'm actively listening. All right. Another thing, This individual that asked me this question, that this topic that I'm talking about on how to get in the room or how to network with successful people, he flat out told me the mastermind, the master class that I held, it was the topic that we covered for the whole 3.5 hours. A few days ago was on how to fire your job. After he asked that, he just asked straight up. He was like, "All right, look, if I have something to sell, whatever, how can I, uh, what can I provide to a millionaire? Yeah, I can sell this to this person. I can sell that to that person. What can I sell to a millionaire?" I told him speed and convenience. Speed and convenience is what successful people spend most of their money on. Speed and convenience. If you can provide that, they'll give you all their money. Prime example, I used flights. Most of the time when I fly, not all of the time, but most of the time when I fly first class. If I'm not flying first class, it's usually because it's either like a 30, 40-minute flight and it just doesn't make sense, like, or which majority of the times it's that there's no first class seats available. But, oh man. But I told them super successful people, they spend their money on speed and convenience. So, whereas I may buy a first class ticket, why do I buy a first class ticket? From one, it's speed and convenience at the airport. I walk through a different TSA line when you're first class. My bag, even though I have clear with my credit card, even if I didn't, there's a different line for priority in first class through the TSA. My bag gets that priority sticker to whereas when I land, my bag will be one of the first bags that come out. Everybody's first class, your bag comes out first, the priority bags. When it comes time to boarding, I just hurry up, I get on the plane, they call us up first. I'm at the front of the plane. So when we land, I'm at the front. I can get off real quick. And then when I go get my bag, like I said, my bag's gonna be one of the first ones that come off, and then I can leave. My mentor, he flies private. Why does he fly private? For the same exact reason, speed. While I'm still at the airport and going through TSA, even though it's a different line, and waiting at the gate, even though I get the board first, or maybe sitting in a lounge or something while I'm waiting, or sitting at a bar while I'm waiting, he just gets to drive straight up to the clearport, park his car, take his bags, and just walk on the jet. Get on the plane, get to where he's going. The car service is waiting for him and leave. He pays for the speed of it. I'm just not at a level yet where I think it makes sense to pay $60,000 to go from Atlanta to Vegas. He does. Because the speed and access of him getting from point A to B and back from point B to point A, it's valuable to him. Super successful people, they pay for speed and access. And not even super successful people, that's everybody. If anybody spends a premium on something, it's because you want something quicker. My YouTube account, I have YouTube Premium. Why do I have YouTube Premium? YouTube's free. I can get on YouTube. I don't want the ads popping up on my YouTube, so I pay for YouTube Premium because I'm on YouTube a lot every day, listening to podcasts, watching interviews. I'm on YouTube all the time. I don't want all these ads popping up. I pay for the premium just so I can have the speed of getting the information that I need off of YouTube daily quicker. Somebody else, what's something else that you pay that you'll pay a premium on just for speed. Uber. You get in the Uber. The Uber pops up, but then right above your Uber on the price, it'll say, "Oh, or you can pay a couple dollars more, and we'll get a driver to you quicker." If that extra 5, 6, 10 minutes is worth it to you, you'll pay the premium for that speed. Courses, mentorships, masterminds. People will pay a premium not so much for the information, but for the speed and time that course or mentorship or mastermind, they pay for it not so much for the information, but for the speed and the time that it will collapse in order from where you're at now to get to your goals. It'll speed up the process. People are actually paying for the speed of that. Convenience. If somebody pays for, I don't know, if somebody pays for valet, you're paying for the convenience of just pulling right up to the spot, getting out versus driving around looking for parking. Then when you leave, have to walk back to your car versus just pull up, get out. They park your car, you come right out. Your car's right there for you. Speed and convenience. But I'm going to wrap this one up, though. I just wanted to quickly give y'all some quick game on how you can network with high network individuals, with the people that you want to be around for, that will help you expand and grow your business at a faster speed. Be around successful people. Find people that can be your mentors and whatnot. Hope y'all got some value out of this. Go ahead, check out the community. I got the Scratted at the Top community, the top community for entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. I do weekly Q&A calls in there once a week. There's a bunch of courses, like 5 or 6 courses in there, where a lot of people have made a lot of money in there. A network of individuals where that are like-minded, all focus on their goals and their dreams and get into the bag. And we have a lot of great stuff going on in there. So check it out.
Yo, what up? Right now I'm out ATVing in the rainforest with a group of high-level entrepreneurs. I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur. My mentor, Nehemiah Davis, 8-figure entrepreneur.
Listen to me, y'all. And I don't even want to put him in a box. I know you teach 99 ways how to get into real estate, how to use OPM, but this man's going to teach y'all just entrepreneurship, period. How to get in the game, stay in the game, and get that 6 and 7 figures, man. This man constantly investing in himself, putting himself in rooms. This is why he's on that next level. This is why he's been making this type of impact for so many years. But now that man coming out and helping y'all do it. So when Blake said, yo, I'm about to go crazy, I said, I'm looking at it. So listen, if y'all interested, getting your money right, getting your time back, and be able to scale and grow your businesses, AstenCeo, Blake, I'm telling y'all, don't look nowhere else. When you told me the 99 ways, though, peep this. I never heard nobody say 99 ways.
Right.
I heard about 1,
You heard a couple.
2, 3, 4, 5 max. 99? Yeah, okay. Y'all
Crazy,
tripping if
y'all.
y'all don't. But
Hey.
I really don't. 99 ways? It's impossible to fail.
Most important thing y'all can do is get in the room.
Go ahead and text the words "I'm in" to 859-605-3297. Again, that's 859-605-3297. It's crowded at the top.